It's our Affair Pod Show. It's our Affair Pod Show. It's our Affair Pod Show. It's our Affair Pod Show.
G'day there, podcaster. It is the Off-Air Pod. I am Ben. I'm present. I have no ailments. A little bit of business to get to. Of course, Liam is not here. He's going to be back in tomorrow's episode of the Off-Air Pod and the regular show, of course. And Belle.
Hello, also present. I see. I'm doing what Liam. You know when Liam sometimes talks and it's like,
Yes.
I'm doing that.
Yeah.
Sorry, apologies. I'm fine. I mean, that sounded like I have ailments. I do not. I did have an ailment last night. During the show, I ripped my whole nail off. That really hurt by accident, but got it replaced today.
Oh, nice.
From my lovely girls at the salon. They always replace them for free.
Oh, very good.
Sweet. Yeah.
So they got like a warranty on them.
I think so. Well, she knows me, and I told her that I might be moving out of my apartment soon, and she was like, no! But she knows that I bite my nails a lot, so if I come in and I've bitten one off, she just does it for free.
Right.
It's very sweet.
I thought it'd be fun if I go like 1, 2, 3, or 3, 2, 1, perhaps. I think I prefer to go backwards. If I go 3, 2, 1, and we both say a number out of 10, and we score last night's show without Liam.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
Because I obviously don't know the number you're thinking. Like, we've spoken about it, and
okay.
like we've done the show.
You did, though, last night after the show witness me saying it was fine, no one died.
You did, yeah. So Belle walked out the studio to the wider team, and I won't say what I said because you're going to hear my number in a second. And then Belle said, yeah, no one died. And then I said, weird that you think that Liam would be the person who would stop someone from dying. I don't think that'd be Liam.
I think I just get a bit worried sometimes when it's like either you and me or Liam and me and not the two of you. The two of you, fine, solid. You've been doing it for years. But when it's just like one of you and me, I get scared that you might be like, ugh, we're stuck with her.
Well, not so. I mean, why don't we do the number thing and then we can talk about the show openly.
Okay.
So I'm going to go 3, 2, 1. But then you got to give me a beat so that I can say my number. Because if I go 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, so 3, 2, 1.
Number.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Yep,
okay.
Cool.
3, 2, 1,
7.
8.
Okay.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
Yep. I was going to say 6 up until the
I thought you might have said something lower than 7. I mean, 7's pretty good. I mean, to be fair, split the difference, 7.5.
Yeah.
If we're saying 10 is a perfect show, I probably wouldn't give it an 8.
Nah.
And if we're saying 1 is the worst show we've ever done, I'd say 7.5 is a fair rating.
Yeah, yeah. There was some points where could have been better, of course. We didn't have any what we call like sizz, like there wasn't any skits or anything in the show last night. We played it pretty straight, I think.
I just found myself after the show way more tired. Like, I found myself more tired because you're very boring. No, because when you're one less person, you have to do a third more of talking.
Yeah.
So at the end of it, I was like, I just felt like I'd done a lot more talking.
You did that for 10 years.
Yeah, I know.
Weird.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny? And you did that in breakfast as well. The two of you doing breakfast. That's a lot.
Yeah. I think I did more anchoring as well last night. I reckon between Liam and I, we probably split the anchoring up more, whereas...
What do you mean? Liam never does anchoring.
No, but he will say stuff like, if I go, it's time, so I'll go, you're on Nova, Bentley Mobile, across Australia. Hey, coming up is this, but right now we're doing this one, and then play Forbidden Folder. He will then traditionally jump in and go, Forbidden Folder, it's all the stuff our boss has banned us from talking about.
I'm more than happy to do that tonight if you would like.
No, I'm not. This isn't a dig.
To?
No, it's not a dig. You can do it. I just found myself last night, I was doing that stuff, and I would say that's kind of almost anchory, but Liam does do a lot of that stuff. Like, he'll context a segment, for example. Okay. You could do it.
I can context a segment.
You could do it.
You know what? I'll drive everything tonight.
I also just know that I can do it, so I don't want to put extra pressure on you if you don't want that.
I'm fine to do it. Hey, am I not running Pick the Flick tonight?
You are.
I am.
Are you stressed about it?
A little bit. Yes. Yes, and the first thing in the show, so, you know, it's all happening.
To be fair, though, the first thing in the show is just a caller on last night's show told a great story. You've got a bit of audio and you're saying, call us for this. That's, that's almost impossible to stuff up.
To be honest, a bit of behind the scenes, like when we're planning the show, we usually, and we just did it before we hit turn the mics on for this, is we look at the upcoming show and we divvy out, okay, who's going to present what. And it is fun when you've got something that's like, hey, last night this caller said this, so now we're doing this. And yeah, you don't have to do any heavy lifting. And some shows, it just ends up that is the only thing that you get given. And you're like, sweet, I'll take a back seat tonight. And I do love it when there's shows where I'm like, Ben, you can do that one. And I know that it's an easy one. You're like, yeah, no worries, I'll do that. And I'm like, sweet, he's got the good one tonight. I've got to look up the freaking news story, but he can just sit here and go, oh, last night Sarah said this.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Last night's show.
Yeah, it was good.
No, sorry. That was what I was going to say. I've just realised real time while you were talking that there is a bit not in tonight's show that I really wanted to do.
I didn't want to bring it up again. Because,
why didn't you bring that up?
Because I thought I'm not going to push you on it.
What do you mean? I wanted to do it.
You'd be like, Belle, like, give it a rest.
I told you last week I really want to do this bit.
Yeah, but then I thought maybe you could just wait till Liam comes back and do it.
No, I want to do it with you. I think it's funny to do it.
Really?
It's almost better to do it without Liam. I don't think Liam needs to be there
really?
for it. For me, it's more of a thing where it's like I've got a personal. I want to tell this quick story. And then I would love to get callers on this thing.
Yeah, and I brought it up last night, and you said, "Nah, not tonight." And then I didn't want to bring it up again tonight because you'd be like, "Belle, seriously, let it go."
And the only reason I said no to it last night was because the show was full. But I was like, "We'll just do it tomorrow."
Yeah, well, what do you want to?
We have to bump something. We have to bump something because I like that bit.
Well, it's also movie related.
Yeah.
We're just live planning in the off-air voice.
Well, I mean, we can say what it is, right?
You can say what it is.
I want to do. I haven't worked out the wording of it exactly, but I want to do something along the lines of Men of Australia, what's your favourite chick flick?
Yeah.
I reckon that'll go off.
Yeah.
Guys coming on and just talking about their favourite chick flicks, I reckon it will be great.
Yeah.
But do you think that will clash with
Pick the Flick?
Well, Pick the Flick, and also we're also doing Bad First Kisses.
Okay. Well, I think that's completely different.
Is it like a little soppy for that?
No. Hey, we're 50%
show.
female on this show right now. We're allowed to do soppy shit. It doesn't always need to be.
Yeah, but if we were talking about like tell us about your first beer and then tell us about your first car, that'd be a clash, right?
We've definitely done shows with that before.
Name one. First beer, first car.
No, we did one that was like.
Sounds like a horrible show.
We did like a sport. It was like a sport chat. Then we did Is Your Dad a Bastard? Then we did like Gory Stories Sport Edition. And then we did Shoot a Gun. Then we did like
Sometimes you got to break a few eggs to make an omelette, you know.
But I really wanted to do that, but like I said, I didn't want to. But I think it's so cute if you had like dudes coming up being like, "Yeah, man, I just like really love Bridesmaids." It's really
so annoying
good.
because we could easily do First Kiss tomorrow, and then just do that. We've already promoted it and we've already got it in the show.
I think we should keep that in because.
Because I reckon you can almost start the show with my bit.
Really?
You don't think so?
It's good, but I'm always keen to start the show with story-based stuff.
Yeah, it is less story, more opinion.
It is.
It's a good point.
And it's more fun.
So okay. Yeah, well, look, no, we'll actually work this out off air because this is not a conversation that's that interesting, but we'll try to figure that out.
Hey, if you listen to the show podcast later, you'll see what happened.
I've only got one quick bit of business that I thought was worth mentioning. Like I said yesterday, I was more tired yesterday after the show, which I definitely was from talking more. And I can prove that now, Belle, as you would know, because I've got a whoop.
Yes, your whoop.
I've got a whoop.
Whoop.
A whoop, which if you didn't know, I thought a lot of people knew what this was. I knew what it was, I just never had one. Belle, you didn't know what it was. I had explained to you.
No, we came in last week. Ben and I were in last week.
And you went, "What's that?"
And I pointed and said, "Whoa, what's that?"
And I said, "Oh, that's my whoop," which you can wear it in a lot of places, but you can traditionally wear it like where a watch goes. I've got mine a bit further up on the arm at the moment. It's about a third of the way up. It's kind of like 3/4 length shorts.
It's very cute because it looks like you've just put it in a wrong spot.
Yeah, it's in a weird spot for sure. But if I ever do boxing on a weekday, rubs on my wrist, so I have to move it further down. I don't like moving it around, so I've just left it.
You started boxing again?
Been doing it for a while, yeah.
Oh.
But I've ordered the bicep band, so you can get a bicep band for it, get it up on the arm. No one can see it.
You look like a footy player.
Thank you.
Oh, wait, no, that's when someone dies, isn't it? They put a black thing around their arm.
Yes, is that what you meant?
Yeah.
I thought you meant because athletes wear these. I thought you meant I look very athletic wearing it. But I'm still look. The jury's still out on whether or not I'm gonna because you can get them. This isn't an ad, by the way, but you can do a 1 month free trial. So I thought, what's the harm in ordering one, doing the free trial?
Yeah.
I'm like a week and 3 days into the trial, so I might send it back. I might because it's expensive. If you have to pay for the year.
Oh, it's like a subscription thing.
Yeah, which I don't love about it. But it's cool. What I do love about it is because it tracks your sleep. It tracks like your sleep cycles.
Okay.
So it doesn't just say, oh, you slept for 8 hours. It says you had
You
2
had
hours
REM
of REM.
sleep
You
and-
woke
yeah,
up
right.
4 times and you had 4 hours of deep sleep. It's been from that. I found that pretty accurate. It hasn't been super accurate on like workouts.
Right.
And the steps is all over the place. It tracks you. It does a lot of stuff, but some stuff great, some stuff not so great.
Okay. Definitely not an ad. All right.
No, not an ad at all. But the reason I mentioned the Whoop was, so yesterday I said I felt more tired. Checked the Whoop. I could tell that I was more tired from the Whoop. But I also thought it was worth showing you this, Bell. Check this out.
Oh no. Oh, what is that? Are you diabetic?
It's a continuous glucose monitor. I'm not diabetic, no. I was
What
just
is-
curious to see what
what
my
are you-
glucose levels were.
Ben, what are you doing to yourself?
I was going through a bit of a
Turning
health.
yourself into a robot. But
Well,
like,
my wife Sam refuses to come near me in bed because she said you're half a robot now. Because
That is
I got a
really-
Whoop on my arm and I've got a
it's like a
glucose
white.
monitor.
It's like one of those white discs stuck
Yeah, no,
to the
she
back
won't
of your
come near
arm.
me.
You look like
She
it
won't come
looks
near me.
like you're diabetic. But
Well, that's what
also,
diabetic. People with diabetes do wear this.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
It tracks your
Why are you
glucose.
doing that?
I was going through a real health kick because I've just been going through.
Just eat vegetables, Ben.
What?
Just stop. You don't need to monitor shit. Just
Vegetables
eat healthy.
vegetables can spike your glucose.
Yeah, oh my god.
I just find it super fascinating that you can wear a thing and then you can eat a thing and then it can tell you what it's done to your body. So I've had it on now for a week. I've got a week to go. It lasts 14 days and then you have to take it out because it goes flat. But I'm like, I've got a journal. It's just the app that comes with the
Yeah.
thing. I've got a journal. So you document what you eat and then it shows you what it does to your blood.
So what do you want to get out of this?
Just like refine the diet, I guess. See what's good for me, what's not good for me.
Yeah, right.
But it's also
So-
you can read online. This is good for you. That's bad for you. But
Yeah.
until you actually eat it and see what it does to your body, you don't know. So I found it super interesting. Like for example, this morning, oats. Like real mixed reviews. Oats, good or bad? What are they good for you? Are they bad for you? I ate them. Blood sugar through the roof.
Yeah, right.
Like massive spike, and then it came down. It didn't crash too hard, but it did crash a little bit into the red.
I thought oats, their whole selling point is eat them because it gives you a steady output
Nope.
of energy.
Absolutely not. Exactly. You don't know until you test these things out. I had pasta last night and had a massive spike, but then interestingly, didn't crash. It went up and then came back down to base and then stayed at base. Whereas like I had a blueberry muffin a couple of days ago, massive spike, massive crash from a blueberry muffin. But then you eat like a can of tuna, doesn't move, just stays bang on
But
baseline
I
the whole
could
time.
tell you that. I could.
You were just amazed. You were just
You could
amazed
sit
at
here
the
and be
oats.
like, yeah, the muffin is going to make you crash, and the tuna is not.
Yeah,
We
but then
know that.
but then do you not also? I'm not trying to sell you on. I just find it really fascinating myself. I find
and you know
to
what?
eat stuff
you
and then
do
see what
you.
it does.
You do you.
Yeah.
But I don't blame Sam for not being into that because
yeah.
you're half robot, but also it looks like you're in a nursing home and
Yeah.
constantly being monitored.
No, I don't blame
And
her.
it's
But I
real
do.
old
I
man
do stir her up.
behaviour.
I'm always like, you knocked it. Don't touch it. You knock
Don't
it
touch
out.
my glucose arm.
I said to her because she didn't know what it was. Because I surprised her with it. I said, "Look at this," and she was like, "What is that?" And basically, we had this conversation we're having now. And then I said to her, "Oh, hopefully, like it's not like a Band-Aid in bed where it just falls off one night."
Oh my god!
But it's actually what I didn't know when I got it. I didn't know it's a needle into your arm. So
I was going to say, why the back of your arm, and what is it actually? It can't
'Cause-
just stick onto the back
So,
of your
because
arm.
I just thought it was, I didn't really know, I didn't know how it worked, to be honest. But it's a needle. So think about it like almost like a button or a badge.
Yeah.
And then there's a little needle. It's not big. It's only like, not even a centimeter, like half a centimeter. And then you get this thing, and it injects it onto. So it's like a spring-loaded device, and it's got it in there. And you back of your arm, kind of like you've got one of those old school stamps.
Yeah.
It's like that, but for the back of your arm, and then and it launches it and it sticks into the back of your arm.
Oh my
And so
gosh!
It is a Band-Aid in a sense that it sticks to your arm, but apparently the glue lasts roughly 14 days. That's when it goes flat, and then you can just peel it off. But I'm a little bit worried peeling it off with a needle in my arm, but
Yeah.
I'll give you an update in
Thi-
2 weeks.
I just feel like this is all very unnecessary.
I think it's super interesting. Did you want to see my
Okay.
glucose readings?
No, I don't.
You
I-
don't?
No, all right, fine, do it.
Check it out. See?
Let's see your glucose.
Look at that.
Yep, there it goes, up and down.
There's a
It goes
little.
with your
I had
reading.
a little beetroot juice and went down.
Why does it go down for beetroot? What is that? What did you eat? There's a giant spike.
Oats, baby.
Uh,
Told you. It's the oats. Be careful.
I swear to God, there was an ad on TV and it said, like, don't eat cereal, eat oats because
Just
it's a
as bad
steady
for you.
output.
You're better off having some sort of protein in the morning for sure.
My goodness. What do you got? What's the...
That was pasta. See
Yeah,
that?
it goes up.
It
comes
goes to the
down.
red, but then it goes down to the green. It stays there.
Yeah, but
But then if you go back to like, I know this is very visual, but then if you go to something like the muffin, spikes in the red, and then look at that crash.
Oh,
down
and
to
it
the
goes
red.
down below.
And that's
the
when
good
you
bit.
get though. That's when you get like super hungry and you get really tired, and so
Yeah,
then you eat more sugar, and then it.
Yeah. No, the graph just goes up and down, up and down.
The
so
glucose roller coaster, they call it.
Honestly, you're monitoring everything at this point.
I
This is
am.
wild.
I am. There isn't a metric I don't know.
It's I just don't. I eat some shit. I sleep a bit.
And
It's
that's
all
why,
good.
I am optimized and you are not.
I was gonna say. I think that's why I'm Optimus Prime. I said you almost are
Mm.
freaking Optimus Prime at this point.
Whatever, Belle.
You're a
Just because
transformer.
Liam isn't here doesn't mean you can shit on me, okay?
Yes, it does. This is how I know. This is
Jeez.
honestly. This is how I normally talk to you anyway. Without Liam coming in,
Mm.
I'd just be like, "What the hell?"
Well, I'm excited for Liam to come back tomorrow because I'm sure he'll be excited about it.
I am going to put money on that he will be like, what the hell, bro? But then classic Liam, as soon as you start talking down at him about it, he'll go, wow, man, that's really cool.
No,
love
I think
it."
Liam will be like, what is it? And I'll explain it and he'll go, oh, cool.
Yeah.
I think
yeah.
I don't think he'll think it's cool, but I don't think he'll shit on it.
I give it then a few weeks and he'll rock in with one. He'll go, Ben got one, so I got one. I got a whoop now too. Now watch it. It'll happen.
I could see him getting around the hoop.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is the last day of Ben and Belle.
Yeah. It
And
does
then-
sound good, Ben and Belle.
Yeah, it does. Did you see the Alpha Squad post?
I did, yeah.
Very cute. And then I was going to comment and say on Airbnb. Get it?
Like bed and breakfast.
Yeah, Airbnb. I was going to write on Airbnb.
Ah, we could get the show sponsored by Airbnb.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah, but then you have to write on at the start because it's on air.
Pretty good.
On Airbnb.
I like it.
Anyway,
All right.
that's gags like that you get with Ben and Belle.
Well, Liam's back tomorrow.
Yay!
And that's it!
Like that podcast? There's heaps more to listen to if you just scroll back or download the Nova Player app.
Ben, Liam, and Belle.